I can hardly believe it myself. It's been 2 months since we did this exact same video to talk about the February issue of the Rake coming out. The April issue is now available and, well, time has moved extremely fast. Perhaps the rapid fire in which vaccines have been given out, people returning to their jobs, trips being planned, weddings perhaps not being cancelled, our lives are moving a lot quicker. So, in which case, the April issue comes at an opportune moment because whilst the frenetic and frantic movements of us indicate a sense of hope and optimism, it's always good to moderate life with a soothing balm, something that we can contemplate, something that gives us respite, that soothes us. So the April issue hopefully does exactly that. Let's take a closer look. The protagonist of this issue, as in his own television shows Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, is Bob Odenkirk. Bob spent much of his early career in writers' rooms and surfaced to become an on-screen talent in sketch comedy before moving into character acting roles, most notably as mentioned as Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. At the bright and sparkly age of 58, he is reinventing himself as an action hero, naturally. His new film, Nobody, seems perfectly timed for an era of the multi-vaccinated, a starting pistol for us all desperate to break out of the gates. Another sad loss in the COVID era was Larry King, who was conducting high-profile interviews until close to his death in January aged 87. Stuart Husband has written a reverent retrospective on King's considerable life and career. Elsewhere in this issue, Stuart profiles the Colombian Santo Domingo family, whose wealth and status have helped them become part of the Monegasque royal family, British aristocracy, and New York high society. Our Pocket Guide column for this month features Michael Haney, a deputy editor of Airmail, who typifies the kind of America that most Americans wish was their poster boy. The photographer Rose Callahan dropped by the Airmail offices in New York to capture some of Haney's personal effects, which gave an insight into a wonderful, fascinating life. The Rake's horizons are broadening as we move into our teens this year. We're debuting the Rake tailored beverages, starting with a pre-made Negroni using Artingstall's gin, which is produced by our great friend Paul Feig. We've launched the second season of the Rake tailored garments, as well as our first capsule collection with Lorenzo Cifonelli and Laura Piana, in perfect time for a revival of summer dressing and travel. The stories and photo shoots for all these features can be found in the issue. Now, if there's one thing I can guarantee about this issue, it is that it is full of such wonderful content that you will absolutely be tied over until the June issue of the Rake comes out in 2 months' time. And I will be here, doing this public service broadcast for you to introduce that issue as well. But here's the plan. You will be hopefully somewhere else, somewhere that brings you joy, somewhere that brings you comfort, and somewhere that breaks from the monotony of what has been a long year. To make that happen, we all need to keep our fingers crossed, keep those around us safe, and remember that everything will be all right in the end. And if it is not all right, it is not the end. This too shall pass. Enjoy the issue.